Shinobu, baby, what's good, guys? Iyokuu here, and using my expertise, my advanced knowledge on the fighting games, you gotta believe me. I mean, you really don't have to, but I'm saying that you should because I'm usually right. You know the thing that we do here, bro. I'm never wrong. Anyway, based off my knowledge of looking at the game and doing something I can't tell you with the game, but you'll see it when you see it. These characters will more than likely be top tier when the game launches. Now, this is projected, of course. I haven't done any extensive testing on this. This is just based off of what I've seen, the thing that I can't tell you yet, and the fact that I can, I can put two and two together most of the time. I'm pretty good at fighting games. I'm very knowledgeable when it comes to noticing something that's gonna be really good or broken or whatever the case may be. And now we're here. So I want to give you guys a brief breakdown of the characters that I believe will be top tier and why they will be top tier. And again, this does not mean that these characters are like the absolute best in the game, nobody can beat them or anything crazy like that. It just means that these characters will have a significant advantage over the other characters in the game because of these key features. So number one, my baby, my favorite, my girl, Shinobu. Okay, Shinobu, I've been saying this since I've seen her character trailer, and I don't think too many people have caught on yet. Shinobu might actually be one of the best characters in the game. She is going to be a character that takes some work to get used to because from the looks of it, it doesn't look like her combo routes are as easy as someone like Tanjiro or Rengoku, for instance, and you can't just mash attack, do special move, and then, get amazing damage. It does look like there's going to take some application to her process. So I think those that actually take the time to learn Shinobu will see a vast difference compared to the rest of the cast. Why, you may ask? Well, the very simple answer is her poison mechanic. I think it's the most disgusting thing in the game, personally, because there's a lot of application that goes into being able to apply a status element in any game. You look at Pokemon, and if I can poison you, then I can do other things, and you slowly take damage from that. If I can burn you, then you lose half of your attack. So in the game, we only know that poison reduces your HP every second or so. We have no idea if the poison actually lowers defense, if it actually reduces attack damage or speed. We don't know anything like that yet, and I'm pretty sure those options are available for poison to be able to do that. Thus, into the poison mechanic. And again, it really just comes down to the optimal combo routes, right? I've said it in previous videos. There will get to a point, more than likely day one, because I'm gonna touch Shinobu and figure this out because I'm really interested in that. The optimal combo route in my head would be something like start with maybe a poison. So you're probably gonna start with a yellow or red combo counter, the Q, right? And then you go from there, you get the poison on. Let's say poison lasts for 5 seconds. I think it's actually longer, but you get what I'm saying. And then you find the optimal combo route so that you start with poison and end with poison. So they're constantly poisoned that entire combo duration and after the combo. So when you think about it, she's constantly doing damage without touching you, let alone the fact that if poison can be applied on block stun, that'll be even more disgusting. Second on my list is your boy, my boy, Inosuke. All right, he was my favorite until Tenjin came into the mix, and Inosuke is still there for me. All right, I'm not gonna let Tenjin take all that shine, but Inosuke is still my boy. With Inosuke, he hits hard and he hits fast. He's got the biggest hitboxes in the game, and he's hard to whiff punish these specific moves because of how active they are. For those that don't know what whiff punishing is basically when your opponent throws out a random move. Usually you've seen this in neutral with Guilty Gear Strive, for instance. Well, maybe not so much Guilty Gear because people don't know how to whiff punish in that game, but we'll go with Street Fighter. In Street Fighter, normally you'll see someone throwing out a random jab or a special move or anything like that, and then you hear counter or whatever, right? And that means that they were whiff punished from across the screen or whatever the case may be. Whiff punishing in Demon Slayer will be very similar, if not the exact same, to any concept. And what that means is with Inosuke being able to swing his swords and what looks like a normal attack and a special move so freely, all of that looks like an active hitbox. His body is his hurt box and the sword slashes are the active hitboxes. So it doesn't look like you can hit the sword and whiff punish him for throwing it out. It looks like he can just throw that out for free. And I promise you, you are going to see Inosuke's whipping out special moves all over the place all the time because you can't punish them properly, at least until we figure out how to properly punish Inosuke. Not only that, but he also has hyper armored special moves. And what does that mean? I think I showed that to you in a video or two, but if you don't know, it's just, when you can run through something. That's literally it. Inosuke just runs through your moves no problem because he can do that. He absorbs a certain amount of hits and then he still hits you. Cool. Number 3 is Hinokami Tanjiro. That's right, not the regular Tanjiro, not water pillar Tanjiro. All right, he doesn't breathe water in this form. He's breathing fire. Okay, he is his father's child. This is fathered behavior. You feel me? So Hinokami Tanjiro is really almost everything that regular Tanjiro does, but stronger. He's slightly faster. He's more stronger. He's got wider hitboxes on all of his fire normals and specials, not including the awakening mode, by the way. So once you do go into awakening mode, just imagine all of those buffs or pluses being doubled. And he's got plenty of active hitboxes to make whiff punishing harder, but it also makes it easier for Tanjiro to whiff punish somebody else because of how big his hitboxes are, how fast he is as a character. So if you see, for instance, Inosuke doing the jump around slash whatever moves, and then you're playing Hinokami Tanjiro, on paper Hinokami Tanjiro is easier to whiff punish a character like Inosuke because they're combating with almost the same properties in their moves. Next up is Zenitsu, who is also my boy. If you can't tell by now, I love Demon Slayer. All right, it became my favorite manga that I read, or was it earlier this year or last year? I don't remember, but it became my favorite manga. All right, so point being is that at least for that time being, we can move on from that, right? Zenitsu is super cool and one of the most interesting characters in the game. I've seen a lot of people saying that they want to main Zenitsu or they want to play him day one, and it's justifiably so. However, I can promise you Zenitsu is going to be up there with the greats, especially when you fight someone who understands Zenitsu. Now, from the previous two that I mentioned, both Tanjiro and Inosuke, these are some of the easier characters, and the reason that I think they're going to be high up there is because they do a lot of damage, they're fast, and they're easy to play. Characters like Zenitsu and Shinobu, on the other hand, are a little bit more technical, and you might not see it in Zenitsu because, again, a lot of you are playing arena fighters, and that's totally fine. But as a fighting game player and someone who's able to cross in between both, what Zenitsu is able to do is stagger combos. Now, I talked about this a little bit in the previous video, but in this video, I'll briefly go over it again. His basic attacks are nothing too amazing, but they work specifically in his favor. Thunderclap and Flash is his special move that, you know, zip, 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 and you can zip forward, backward. When I say backward, I just mean like, you know, he goes one direction and he can do it another direction, like twice on the enemy. He can also do it in the air. So there is a brief pause, aka a stagger, after Thunderclap and Flash, meaning that you can press buttons in between Thunderclap and Flash and it still counts as the same Thunderclap and Flash, theoretically speaking. So his basic attacks are designed in a way that you can do like attack, Thunderclap and Flash, final third attack, Thunderclap and Flash, whatever you want, special move into the air, Thunderclap and Flash, and then proceed to knock them down for a soft knockdown or, you know, whatever you want to do. I don't think air grabs exist in this game, so you can't do that just yet, but you get what I'm saying. Thunderclap and Flash is going to be able to allow you to get an extensive amount of combo damage, right, from these combos, a higher damage from these combos. People are going to start off with Thunderclap and Flash, and that's fine because you can still use that as a stagger. It stuns the enemy for slightly long enough that you can pick up an attack and then go from there. To end Zenitsu off, his dashes. He's the only other character in the game that dashes at the blink of an eye, both in the air and on the ground. When he does his aerial attack or he does the dive attack, it's literally a lightning bolt. So it's not that it's impossible to see and react to, it's just really fast. So compared to other characters that kind of dash around and you see the after image a little bit, Zenitsu literally has a faster dash than the other characters. He is probably the fastest character in the game, maybe right in front of Shinobu. Yeah, he is. He's in front of Shinobu. Zenitsu's the fastest character in the game, period. His dashes are faster. His quote-unquote chakra dash is faster. His dive attack is faster. On property, he is just a faster character, and that's totally fine. The final character that I believe is going to be among the top tier of the tiers on launch for Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles. Now this one was hard for me to decide because there are a lot of great characters that really shine in this game for different reasons, right? You've got Giyu, who is what I'm assuming, right, is all of you guys' favorite water pillar user because you either don't know about the others or he just looks really cool to you, and that's fine. Giyu's very, very strong. He's going to be a great character, but I think Giyu is not an easy character to play. He's got two different counters from what I'm understanding, as well as his normal attack, similar to the other water Hashiras, which should be an uppercut in the waterfall, if I'm not mistaken. So his way of playing is not quite the same as Urasuki Doji or Tanjiro for that matter. He doesn't even play like Sabito either. So he's not really similar to the other water pillars or water Hashira that are, yeah, water pillars that exist in the game. Using that counter is kind of close to using your parry, but it leaves you wide open if you miss. Unlike the parry, where it's a quick action and it's like, all right, cool, I missed, I can still block. With your counter, if you use Giyu's counter and you whiff it, you miss, that's a hard punish. And I'm pretty sure it opens up for a blue combo because you're getting counter hit. So it's going to be very difficult for new players to just not whiff that counter out on command, right? They're getting beat up. They think that the counter is immediate. It's amazing. It's the best thing in the game. They whiff out a counter and I stop my combo and you're just standing there with your counter and then I hit you for free. So I don't want to put Giyu in this bubble of top tier, specifically because he's going to be a lot harder for newer players to play. Inosuke Doji is very similar in that regard, that he is a trap character, a set play character. What that means is you put something on the field, you are putting a set on the field in order to play off that set. For those playing Melty Blood right now, think of Akiha with her ring pressure. You throw the ring out and it lets you do a high-low mix-up, a grab, tick throws, whatever you want. Similar to that, Inosuke Doji has the trap on the ground as well as the boulder that he can set up in the air, and it just kind of comes crashing down. So far, what I've seen is that there's a timing to the boulder. It's not instant. Some boulders come out instant, and then there's a couple times where the boulders don't come out instantly. I don't know if that's if you hold it maybe, and he does that. I'm not too sure, but that is the reason why I can't say Inosuke Doji would be one of the top tier characters, is because he's going to take a little bit more work to play, and I can't see a lot of the newer players picking him up and being able to spam things and get away with it, because you can block the boulder, you can dodge it. But of course, that goes into a whole different category of why I think Inosuke Doji will actually be really good in the game, but that is more of a technical / advanced higher level type of play. So who is the final character? I've been rambling, right? It's Murata. I'm just playing. Don't leave the video. Don't dislike, bro. Don't dislike. Sabito, my guy. I thought he was the weakest among the entire water pillars in the game. Not in the story, in the game. Boy, was I wrong. Sabito is probably the strongest water breather in the entire game. He's completely different from the rest of them in the sense that he is the only one that I've seen so far who can combo after using the waterfall technique. When Tanjiro does it, they get a hard knockdown. When Inosuke Doji does it, they get a hard knockdown. When Sabito does it, they don't get knocked down, and you don't have to cancel the waterfall in order to combo after it because of the waterfall's continuous hit. You can just let them all hit and then combo after it again, which makes him incredibly good. He can use his far-reaching slash special, I don't know the name of it, but he can use that in the air for soft knockdowns. He can also combo both of them together in either direction. You can do the slash into waterfall, or you can do the waterfall into slash, but it works no matter what. Sabito's awakening is literally huge. The radius on that is similar to Hinokami Tanjiro's awakening, where you just have these giant swings of a sword. His sword's not even that big, but you have these giant swings of a sword, just like Hinokami Tanjiro's got all that fire. Sabito's got all this water just moving around. He's already fast and he's strong. Sabito is going to be an insane pickup. He does not take a lot of skill to use. He's going to be a very easy character to pick up and potentially master, and allowing him to do all of this stuff that is slightly different than the rest of the water breathers. I really think that you're going to see some Sabitos that people who pick Sabito are going to shine over the other water pillars. You're going to know they play Sabito when you see them pick Sabito. But that's all I got for you guys today. A longer video that I was not intending to be this long, but you know your boy likes to ramble. So I will leave you guys to it. Now, some characters, again, this isn't that these are absolute and these 5 characters will be the best in the game and nobody else can beat them, but these will be my opinion of the top tier characters, at least on launch, because of these reasons I stated. There was one honorary mention that I had in place of Sabito or Zenitsu, and I could not decide like who to swap out with what, but it was Rengoku. Rengoku, simply put, is probably going to be the second easiest character to play in the game, right next to Water Tanjiro. He's got far-reaching normals and specials, and this is all outside of Awakening, mind you. Far-reaching normals and specials. He's got great solid damage. And then when you go into Awakening form, both his first and second, he just gets even better as a character. One important factor that I did see about Rengoku is that his special moves straight up ignore push block. I have not seen any other character be able to do this as consistently as Rengoku has been able to do, even when the players who are demoing the game they're not good, they don't know what they're doing, they're just pressing buttons. Rengoku is the only character I've seen so far whose special move after getting push block just keeps coming back. he can just keep doing it, and you have to either keep push blocking or accept it and just block it. Maybe you got hit, maybe you didn't, I don't know, but you get what I'm saying. So Rengoku is definitely up there as far as easy, strong, amazing characters to play, and I would not be surprised if he is in anyone's top 5. Speaking of, let me know in the comments down below who you guys think would be the top 5 characters on launch in the game, who you think is going to be great to play, who you're going to play, who you're going to main, all that fun stuff. I've been here too long. I'm tired. I want to go. I've been drinking coffee, so I'm a little hyped, but I can't say my user outro because it's inappropriate for YouTube. Like the video, comment, subscribe, join the Discord, both of them. You know what I'm talking about. Smell you later.